So let's talk a little bit about the rules for multiplying, dividing, the negative exponents, and even the powers to powers. So if I'm talking about multiplying exponents, okay, so I would have something like a to the m times a to the n equals a to the m plus n. Okay, so what that's saying is if the base is the same, basically all we have to do is multiply the exponents. So like, for example, when we had, or not multiply, excuse me, add the exponents. So if I had x to the fourth times x to the second, that's going to be x to the 4 plus 2, which is just x to the 6th. Okay? So when I have something like x to the third, y squared times x y to the 5th, okay, I can put together other things. They don't have to match. That's only when they add and subtract. So x to the 3 plus 1, which is going to be x to the 4th, and then y to the 2 plus 5, because those are my exponents, will be y to the 7th. When dividing exponents, okay, the rule is similar. Okay, the rule is similar if we have a to the m over a to the n. That's going to be the same thing as a to the m minus n. So we subtract those exponents rather than add them. So if I had like x to the 5th over x to the 3rd, that would be the same thing as x to the 5 minus 3, or just x squared. Okay? Or if I had x to the 2nd over x to the 5th, okay, that would be the same thing as x to the 2 minus 5, which would be x to the negative 3. And by definition, that means we're going to put it into the denominator, so that would be equal to 1 over x cubed. Okay, and then this would be our best answer. Okay? The negative basically means we take the reciprocal of it and turn it positive. So if it's in the numerator, have that there, then it goes to the denominator. If it's in the bottom of the denominator, it goes up to the top. Okay, that's what's dealing with those negative exponents. And when in doubt, write it out. So let's talk about powers of powers, which is what we're addressing today, actually. The powers of powers. I know it seems kind of strange, but it's basically saying if you have x to the m raised to the n, okay, then that's going to be x to the m n. So now we're going to multiply those instead. So like, for example, x to the 2 all raised to the 3, okay, that's going to be x to the 6th. Because essentially what that's saying is we have this 3 times. If I listed that out, x squared cubed means that I have x squared times x squared times x squared. So essentially then I'm back to just adding them, so I'd have x to the 6th. Okay, so another example, let's say I have x to the 3rd, y to the 5th. Let's put a coefficient of 3 out front as well. And let's say we square that whole thing. Okay, so this will now become x squared, or not x, excuse me, 3 squared, because it would be like 3 to the 1 times 2. Okay, so 3 squared. X to the 3 times 2. And then y to the 5 times 2. So if I simplify this, 3 squared would be 9. X to the 6th. And y to the 10th. And this would be my answer. If I listed that out, I would have 3x squared y to the 5th times 3x squared y to the 5th. So I've got 3 times 3, which is the 9. Oh, it's not squared, it's third. So x cubed and x cubed would give me x to the 6th, and y to the 5th, y to the 5th would give me y to the 10th. Hopefully this helps. Come see me at 9. Have a good day.